Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I want to do some brief program updates and share a new sort of project that I've been working on with you recently that I actually found to be a lot of fun, and I wanted to kind of show you what I was up to with it. First of all, I wanted to thank Alex again, Alex at Bowman 53, for having me on his live stream again last Sunday. It was a lot of fun. I think I've been on his channel now 3 different times, so it's always been a great experience, and he's such a great guy and he has a great channel. So I'll leave a link to the actual program in my video today, just so you have a chance to be able to look at it, but also subscribe to his channel when you have time if you're not already a subscriber to Alex's channel. Also, RJ and I have been trying to coordinate our schedules. It's been a little bit of a challenge. It's been a few months since we had a video, but I think we might have a date settled coming up as early as maybe next week, and we're trying to figure out what our topic will be. But with that said, I also have some other projects in the work. One's going to be likely about the Diamond Stars series. I'm going to be working with a fellow YouTube creator on that one. And then I'm also this was in preliminary discussions, but I'm probably going to be doing something about the Topps anniversary sets, starting with the 40th, 50th, 60th, and 70th anniversary sets with a fellow YouTube creator, because we are big fans of 2 of them and not so much of the other one. So I thought it might be kind of interesting to put together a video just about that. I don't know if it'll be a video or a live stream, more details about that to come. Coming up this weekend, I anticipate being able to put together another video just about one of my complete sets. I'm actually starting to run out of some complete sets. I think by this time next year, I won't have many complete sets to share on the channel. But it's been a lot of fun sharing those with everybody, and I'll continue to do that as I complete those. All right, so the project I've been working on in the last couple weeks, this actually dates back a few months. I started thinning my collection a little bit, not because I need to, because I want to. As my tastes have changed a little bit, I wanted to kind of move some things on that weren't really doing it for me anymore, but also I've really made a decision to try and go with things that look a little bit better and kind of fit within sort of the scope of my collection. So condition is kind of something that's important to me for cards that are maybe not super high value, whereas high value cards that are also very old. I'm more flexible with what they look like and their condition, but for other cards that are more recent, I've been much more selective, and I wanted to kind of thin the herd a bit and kind of move on the ones that I felt like just had too much wear for me. And I'm talking mostly vintage cards, but not exclusively. There's some modern cards in there. And this started over the weekend as I did this big project with all my loose cards that are not part of a project or not part of a set. Started with it over the weekend, and I wanted to kind of share with you some of the cards that I pulled out that I think are in pretty good condition that I thought at some point may be grading candidates. Now, they're not going to necessarily be high value cards for all of them, but they're going to be cards that kind of fit within the scope of my collection. Either it might be players I really enjoy or sets I really enjoy. So I wanted to kind of share those with you. Nothing's going out for grading right now in that pile, but there'll be like future things I think when I do go for grading, I'll pull from that pile, as well as one other set that actually I didn't put into the holders that I'll show you in a minute. But I'll talk a little bit also about an order that I submitted just over this past weekend that is now over at SGC that is getting graded at this time, that I look forward to kind of getting those scores back and sharing those with you. All right, here it is, guys. Here's the stack of many Ultra Pros that I put together over the weekend. I started by thinning my collection from vintage to newest and pulled out a lot of the cards that at some point I think would be candidates for grading. Again, none of these are really high value cards. There are also some commons in here that are vintage that I thought just looked really good. This is like in addition to some cards that I've already kind of had pulled out for grading. This doesn't include actually 2001 Topps Gold Parallels. I did put 6 of those into an order this past weekend, along with several other cards that I intended to sell. So I think I have 7 cards in that order that I hope to be able to sell, and I have 8 cards in that order that I hope to be able to retain, and 5 of the 6 gold cards are ones I hope to be able to retain. So let me just jump into it, kind of show you what I start, and we'll start with some of the older stuff going to the newer stuff. Here's a T205 card. It's of Jake Stahl. It's not in the best condition, but it's a T205 card that I've had in my collection for a long time. And I would like to be able to kind of consider to maybe potentially get that graded. I don't think it'd be much better than authentic given its condition. Here's a play ball card from 1940 that's actually in pretty good condition. It's got a small little mark on the back where somebody did something with like a magic marker or a pen back in the day. So it's going to take away some of its value, but otherwise it's in pretty good condition for a card from 1940. I thought I might want to be able to kind of keep that card at some point. Here's a card from 1953 that looks in really good condition to me. Sharp corners and edges. I think it has a good chance of being mid-grade or higher. So I thought that might be good just to kind of consider for grading in the future. Here's a couple 54 Bowmans that I have in here. Vic Reishi. Yeah, thought it might be a good one to potentially like have in there, potentially for grading. I don't think I'd grade the 54 Bowmans, but they're just in this pile of cards that I'm keeping that could. The Clint Courtney actually is in really good condition for a 54. It's just not a set where the commons sell really high, so it would be like a lower priority. My intent is to be able to go through this stack and just sort of thin the herd, if you will, with grading over the next couple of years. Here's an Andy Pofko, also similar kind of issue where it's in pretty good condition, probably come out about mid-grade. Here's a 56 from Lauer. This was given to me by Jason on the channel, Everyday Card Collector, last year at the National. It's a nice little gift, pretty good condition. Here's some actual Hall of Famers. We got Early Win from 58. Good condition, other than it being miscut. Bill Skowron, not a Hall of Famer, but also one that's kind of miscut, but otherwise in perfect condition. From 58. Nellie Fox All-Star from 58. Spawn would probably be a little bit of a lower priority because it's got a little bit of a crease in here, so it might not be worth it to be able to get it graded. I might be able to just get a nice copy of it already graded at a decent price. So again, a low priority one, probably not one I'd pick right away, but some of the other ones I would. 59 Win, pretty good shape. 59 Dobie. Many of these cards are cards that you've seen on the channel before, whereas others are probably ones you haven't seen. Here's a 59 Shandy's, which looks perfect to me, apart from it being miscut, making it off center. On to 60, we've got Early Win. The Mound Magicians, which features Warren Spahn in the middle there. Luis Aparicio. Robin Roberts. Last 60 card, Manny Minoso. Those are probably like a lot of the ones from the early 1960 and 59 and 58 are probably ones I would do submit at some point in this year, hopefully. Along with the 61 Win, which looks really good to me. Picked it up a couple of years ago, as well as this 59 Nellie Fox. This is the MVP card. We got 62 Aparicio. Pretty good condition for a 62. Not perfect, but pretty good. I can describe also this 63 Ashburn with the Mets. Tony Oliva. This is actually something that's on the Ultra Pro itself. It's not on the card. It's like an old residue of tape. It's a second-year Oliva. This is Tommy John's rookie. It's miscut, so that might be a reason I won't do it, but otherwise the corners and edges are really sharp. If I ever choose to do the 65 set, probably would want to get the managers graded too. So we got Gil Hodges. I've had that card forever. Brooks Robinson, which has been in my personal collection forever too. It was a gift from my parents, so at some point I want to get it graded for sentimental reasons. Nellie Fox's last card. This one could be cheaper to get already graded. If not, I have one to submit. 66, Red Shandy's. Again, if I ever got these cards, I probably would get the Hall of Famers graded. So the Shandy's is just miscut, but look how clean the back is. It's still white, for crying out loud. You don't see that very often from cards from the vintage era. Here's a league leader with Jim Cott. Pretty good condition, also with Mel Stottlemyre and Jim Mudcat Grant. A very off-center Don Sutton. I might be able to get a better copy of that that's already graded. This one I've gone back and forth on. It's the 67 Babe Ruth. It's one of the Who I Am cards, Who Am I cards. I don't know, it's kind of a fun vintage card of the Bambino that's not expensive. This one's just going to probably get an authentic. That's why I've been a little hesitant to put in the Hostess of Hank Aaron. But it's pretty cool, just kind of being able to see County Stadium back there in the background. Kind of plain backs. Walter Payton, second year. Off center is the biggest issue on this card. Other than that, it's looking in pretty good shape. Joe Montana. I think I might wait for the football special to put some things in if SGC does that for the start of the season. Got a few things to put in. Maybe Darryl Strawberry at some point. I think this is a good chance of getting 9 or better. Which 9, I probably would be able to recover the cost of grading as far as value. But if it goes higher than that, we would be in good shape. Pulled this from a pack that I opened not too long ago. Well, actually about 4 years ago now. Also a pack pulled card, this King Griffey Jr. I've gone back and forth on it. At some point, I'm just going to probably bite the bullet and submit it and see if it could come back as a 9 or better. I have an 8.5 already in my collection from Beckett. So I would like to be able to upgrade that one anyway. But this is a card that is my favorite King Griffey Jr. rookie card of all the ones that are available. I have a lot of fun memories of opening those Bowman cards when they came out. This is also one that if you get a 10, you're doing really well. Other than that, it's just almost not the cost of grading. So same thing also with the 90 regular card. These are also pack pulled. I thought it might be fun at one point to take the risk and just see what we get. I think this one might be a little off center, top to bottom, so it wouldn't be, it probably would pick the All-Star card first, the All-Star sticker, which is pretty good shape. That's on the card sleeve saver itself. It's not on the card. So, I don't know, it'd be kind of fun just to kind of have that one back. Here we got some Derek Jeters. Got the 94 Bowman foil. As you can see it in the light, it does reflect the Yankees emblem up here. There's a lot of these, so they're not super rare, but they were the chase cards within the product. We also have the Derek Jeter prospect card from 95. There's also a gold one. These, it might be just cheaper for me to go buy it graded already, because it's hard to get anything probably higher than an 8, and the 8s are pretty affordable, so stay tuned. It's a pre-rookie card, if you will, because he didn't actually debut until 96. Maybe want to do the Adrian Beltre Bowman foil international parallel. It's from his rookie season. Stay tuned. I'd love to get the Roy Halladay in at some point. I just think this one looks really cool with the American flag with the blue border inserted here. The problem is this black cardstock does get chipped a lot. So this one you can tell just on the top here, some white showing just from it being cut. No other reason, because if you look at the back, the corners don't look like they've had any problems of wear. It just probably was cut at the factory that way, but they take that into account for those cards. David Ortiz, international foil. It's his first Bowman card, but not his Bowman, not the rookie, because they had a rookie in Fleer the previous year. Derek Jeter. Looks really good to me. Again, if you get a 10 on this, you're in good shape, but the chance of probably getting 10 are not quite high, but might be fun to try it. Here is also Derek Jeter. This is another international one. It is actually not the best picture of him in the world. So it's not a high value card. It's also not a high coveted card, but kind of the foil run, at least for the Bowman cards. I probably want to do that. Paul Konerko, haven't submitted this one yet. It's been on my list for a little while to do it. It's the 2000 Gamers autograph card with the lumber. These were fun inserts back in the day, especially if you could get one that had an autograph on it. I didn't. I bought this later, but it's a thicker cardstock, so it can get worn on several different corners here, and that's usually what the issue is on these. There's a Derek Jeter autograph card in that set that I would love to have. Here's a refractor. Peyton Manning, Bowman Chrome, numbered out of 500. Looks perfect to me. At least there's no reason why I wouldn't submit it. Frank Thomas, Top Heritage. This isn't the refractor version. It's a little off center. There's like a little funky like print mark that happened on here, so it probably wouldn't be the first card I would pick. But these early Heritage Chrome cards are really cool. 2007 gold of Pedro Martinez. My favorite pitcher of during this era. Maybe my favorite pitcher of all time to watch. Got to do a Luis Aparicio autograph at some point for my collection. Here's my nominee. Take a look at submitted for grading. It's for 2007, an Upper Deck product. And the last from this first stack here is another Heritage. This is not a refractor, but it's a Albert Pujols. Looks perfect to me. Numbered out of 1959. It's not a super rare card, but still a numbered insert from a pretty popular set. There we are on the second stack. Let's get a sip of coffee here. Got a gold from 2008 update, Griffey Jr. with the White Sox. 2009, also with the White Sox. I think he only played like 41 games for the White Sox, but he's got 2 White Sox gold cards. Here's the update later that year with the Mariners. He's got one more card, that's the following year. Here we got some 2011 cards, which are another one of those anniversary sets. Got the diamond anniversary of Matt Scherzer. Early career card of him with the Tigers. Vlad Guerrero. Albert Pujols. The only reason I haven't put this in already is it's just, on this, for me, it looks a little off center, left to right here. I guess we would see. Let's see how to kind of come back. There's nothing wrong with the corners or anything like that, but I think it would hurt the card. Here's the Pujols gold. And Roy Halladay. And just beautiful anniversary set cards. I think they really got those right. Derek Jeter. Not a refractor, but one of his later career Heritage cards. This is from 2012. Centering's hurting that card a little bit too, otherwise it looks good. The only Abreu rookie I might want to submit is a mini. These have low number, no pops. These are out of 63. I know his career is over, but I probably wanted to at least collect a few of his things, given that he was an MVP and Rookie of the Year for the White Sox, including an early career autograph. I have to submit that and get that back from Heritage. Maybe the refractor at some point. Probably wouldn't be the first Abreu I grab after, but it's pretty cool to cut the Rookie Cup on there. A little bit of a lower pop count of 506. Now, I don't believe these are the foil cards. I was told when I purchased them they were, but I've done a little research and they don't seem to look like it because I think the foil cards have silver tops lettering. This has gold, but I'd have to probably buy a foil card to just make sure and do a comparison just to make sure they're not right. But if they were, they'd probably be worth considering submitting. They also don't look like rainbow foil to me because I've never really caught the light. But they do feel a little funny. They're a thicker card, which makes me wonder, like, is there something about these cards that's different? So that's the Derek Jeter. I don't have too many base cards that are going to be from the last few years, but here's one I do. Aaron Judge. Looks in really good shape for me. It's amazing how even his base card actually has some value. If it's graded high because of how popular a player he is. There's some Sapphires of Pujols. Pop counts from the early years are a little lower, so it makes sense to be able to submit these. 2017, maybe not the prettiest of his cards. This one I would say is 2018. Not only was it a great design, but Sapphire was such a perfect addition to this card series for 2018. 2018 gold. Here we have another Abreu at some point might want to do. I just love the way this one captures the light. This is from 2018 Heritage, which has the rookies of Soto, Ohtani, etc. Ichiro, this is just a regular chrome. It's not the refractor. It's out of $9.99. Eden Hazard. This is a refractor from, I believe this is the Premier League Chrome, when Topps still made the Premier League Chrome product. I don't think this is the UEFA Champions League, because I don't think they had that one yet, but it might be. I can't remember. Anyway, this is numbered out of 250. One of my favorite Chelsea players, and also a really cool image on one of my favorite card designs. Got this in a pack at the National, 2019. It says the National on it. It's the Juan Soto. It'd be fun to get that graded. A couple more Heritage cards here. Black Refractor, Jose Abreu. This one just works in every way. It's numbered out of 70. Refractor 2. I think the Heritage design this year looks really good with all the Chrome cards. And Isho, his last card really, was in the Heritage set for that year. Here's a Chrome. It's out of $9.99. One Silver Pack card, Jackie Robinson. This one's out of $150. Pete Alonso rookie debut, the gold. All the guys that are in that 2019 class, man, like, feels like Alonso's the only one that's always available to play. Yeah, you know, I don't know. It just seems like if Alonso's the one that's maybe has the greatest trajectory of all of them at this point. Here we got Sapphire. This is when the population or the print run of these cards really skyrocketed, is in 2019, and they really took off even further in 2020. But a cool design, nevertheless. The only one that's not blue. Negative Refractor, Pujols. This was a gift. This was one of the home run challenges, but was a winner. Here's a Juan Soto. It's numbered out of 117. So a little pop card, maybe not one that's chased after a lot. We have 2020 gold Mike Trout. One of the uglier card designs and gold designs, I think, in the recent years. Pujols Sapphire from the same year. We got some 2021s, so photo variation. This is Hank Aaron. It's a photo variation of the Freddie Freeman card, actually. Series 1. Got another Sapphire of Albert Pujols. I'm not sure which kind of parallel this is for Chrome, but a fun-looking pink sparkly card of Albert Pujols. This one's numbered out of 350. A gold. That one's in really good shape. Photo variation of Juan Soto in Series 1. It's just an SP. It's not a triple SP or a double SP. A couple Garrett Crochet gold rookies. Let's see, this might be worth getting grading as his career trajectory continues to increase. Another Crochet. Albert Pujols, Dodgers. Albert Pujols, Sapphire with the Dodgers. Here we got later on that season in 2022. I think it's 22, right? Yep, 22. Albert Pujols. Here's the gold in the update series. Here's the Sapphire. The Sapphire of him being 9th all-time in hits. Same here. I would include his 2023 gold card, but mine is chipped. And it was chipped in the pack. So that one's also, everyone seems to have graded that card, so I could probably get that pretty inexpensive when I decide to pick it up. And Yadi Molina, his final card. And this guy's career ever gets back on track. We have an SP from Topps Holiday where he's holding a present, Julio Rodriguez. And then pretty much I have all the other 2001 top gold cards, their candidates. And at some point I might start moving through my binders and grading some of the more expensive cards, starting with the vintage ones, moving through the present. But those are a little bit lower priority, but there's a lot of goodies in there if I ever decide to go down that route. So that's what I've been up to. Sorry for the longer video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care. Have a great week.